Disu is retiring in April, and once he is no longer in the APF, he must give way. Sowore. Former presidential candidate and human rights activist Sowore has called for a substantive Inspector General of Police to be appointed, alleging that the current acting IGP, Disu, must vacate the position when he retires from the police force in April. Oh, so he's also retiring. The same way Egbetokun was supposed to retire, but he didn't stop coming to work. Now wow, somebody that is retiring in April, you are giving them IGP. What's that? Oh wow. Speaking in an interview with Channels TV, Sowore acknowledged the acting nature of Disu's appointment. Disu is retiring in April, and it is clear that once he is no longer in the police force, he must give way. What I know as of now is that he is appointed in an acting capacity. Okay. That is what I saw in the press release from the presidency yesterday. So why did Frank Mbana retire? He shouldn't have retired now. Even though they might not still give it to him, he shouldn't have retired. I don't know why they are retiring at such age. Okay, so we take it for now that he's going to be acting as IGP of police, while the substantive IGP will be appointed at the appropriate time, he said. I don't know how this guy wanted to retire and yet he still worked. I don't know, maybe that's their new pattern now. Sowore went further to oppose any arrangement that would allow a retired officer to lead the force. He argued that this is a division had already pushed out over 30 senior police officers, and that the force with more than 300,000 to 450,000 serving officers had no shortage of capable candidates. It is well, Amos says, Sowore should stop making noise. Are you the one that employed him? This is more educated than you. He has a career. Who is arguing that one? People that have no job will be calling yourselves human rights. I don't understand, because he's saying the truth now. You're saying this one has more career than him. In a career, we go job. Then he says, who know you in Nigeria better newsmaker? Another boycott. Comrade says tribalism and nepotism is buying Nigeria. Tinubu is aiding with myopic appointments in Nigeria today are useless and retrogressive. Sunday says the president will extend the stay with 2 more years so as to manage the upcoming 2027 election for us. Which of the presidents remain Trump? Adeyemi says, name your candidate. Sowore, the noisemaker. Which is name your candidate? He is his own candidate now. He's not running under AAC. When it's time now, he will declare, or probably doesn't want to contest in 2027. And Thomas says, all we need is peace and sincerely in governance. Okay. Taiwo Adesina says, this idiot with his nonsensical statements. You're not sincere with yourself, or deep down you know that he's saying the truth. Because how can you put somebody that is retiring in April? Why? What's the essence? What are you trying to do? And the Oman says he likes using those who can compromise. I'm telling you, since their position are often on illegality, exactly. Because if you have retired and then you're not supposed to be on duty again, but you'll still be working and making extra money apart from your pension and whatever, you're making extra money, they wouldn't want to leave. Just like Egbetokun, that was the same thing. So they wouldn't say anything, they just keep quiet and be I'm on a wow. Okay, Dada says it can be extended by maximum of 4 years after the mandatory age of 60 or 35 years of service. Reference Police Act. Why the noise? I don't want making noise. Samuel says bros will give extension, maybe small thing. Thank God says anybody that is defending evil may receive evil in everything he or she does. Amen. Ajajud says you guys are dabbling into an area you know nothing about as a civilian. That which you saw there is long-standing rule of the PSC, both in military and paramilitary like police. So don't politicize everything. The post of IGP is a political appointment position. Federal character does not apply there. Adele Oluwani says all your own is always unnecessary mouth up and down. Why can't you have a single sense of maturity and dignity? Oh, so he does not have dignity. Okay, now. Sowore should always exercise his strength in commenting on every issue. Disu was commissioned in 1992. As cadet ASP, 1992 plus 35 years will be 2027. And by tackles, the IGP is entitled to request for 1 year extension of service. Be guided. Okay. Do hear man says they are playing the pocket of 2027 in plant energy sec game. Red flag says this police oga no dey smile like police. Abi na ajebota. Very funny. Victor says religious and tribal sentiment is our problem in Nigeria. Dr. Jaffe says Mr. Betokun's formula of service extension shall be used exactly for him to last for many years. The president wants him to stay at the helm of police affairs. It is well, and then be able to control them as well, because that is part of it. Someone who has barely 2 months to retire is appointed acting IGP. Rubbish. Abdullah says that means we have 2 presidents in Nigeria. Christopher says you are trying to make yourself a friend of the police, but your tactics has nosedive when you become president, which I know won't happen. You can do whatever you want, but we know you want to trend, or he wants to trend. Okay, now. Chibike says, sure, God bless you, sir. Eben says, funny enough, half Nigerian DIG Mba was forced to retire for his junior in the service to be appointed as IGP. This same thing happened in custom in this same Tinubu administration. If Igbos resist and say they don't want Nigeria again as their country, some senseless individuals will continue to talk rubbish about Igbos. I really feel sorry for the Igbo people. Like, the way they treat them, the marginalization is so glaring, so obvious. James Archie says, how can someone who is retiring in April be appointed IG? If it is true, then this government is toying with Nigerians. Harry says, Sowore will become the IG after trending Disu. She be Momo wey no go face his eyes. We know they see where. Daniel Akwe says, this man Tinubu has a hidden agenda under his sleeve because of his 2027 election. This is a known manipulator, master of deception. Let's wait and see his next game plan. Now Ladiba says, President of Nigeria, they talk. Useless idiot. Olale says, co-contestant and accurate timekeeper. I cite you. Once you are a failure, you are a failure. Habaka says, you have respect for United States, but you don't have for your country, Nigeria. Why are you not talking about Trump's policy? You can't try what you are doing in Nigeria, even with their so-called human rights. At least respect authority, not the person, which means you don't respect your parents. I beg, let's say what? Don't forget to like, to share, to subscribe. Thank you for listening. See you some other time. Bye.